Hello, hello, good day from wherever you are watching. Good day, you are all welcome. You are all welcome. My name is Chama Odikolo, and you're welcome to our book review. Yes, so say hello, say hi, let us know you are here. So today we will be reviewing the book called The Principles and Power of Vision. Yes, this is the book by late Dr. Miles Murray. Yes, that is the book we'll be reviewing. So we'll move straight into our conversation of today. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Just a few minutes. Let's ensure we are all set up. Okay. All right. So what is vision? Now, vision is not just about seeing the future. It's about the ability to create the future through our beliefs and our purpose. So, our ability to create our future through our beliefs, through the beliefs we have about ourselves, and through our purpose. So, how do you, as a parent, how do you or how do we as adults envision a life? How can we place ourselves in that position where we have our vision, and we're working and running with our vision? And what is that thing that can prevent you as a parent, that can prevent me as a parent to start to work with vision, to start to use my vision to parent and do everything I have to do? Now, what is vision? Vision is the ability to see beyond your current reality and perceive a future that aligns with your purpose. So vision is the ability for we as parents, for we as adults to see beyond our current reality and perceive a future that aligns with our purpose. So vision is a mental picture that guides your decision as a parent. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome, sir. Vision is a mental picture that guides your decisions and your actions. Vision is that thing that can help you as an adult, as an individual, as a parent to navigate to the path of success. So vision is more than a goal. Vision is more than your dream, but vision is a clear and a defined understanding of your purpose, of your potential, of the things you want to achieve. That is what vision is. So vision is a powerful tool that transcends and changes our circumstances. So for you to change your circumstance as a parent, as an adult, as an individual, you must think vision, because vision is the thing that shapes and changes our identity and determines our destiny. Vision is so important. So it is important for us as parents to have vision for our lives. Now, for us as parents, vision is crucial, because vision is the reason why you have to do everything you need to do as a parent. Vision is the reason why you need to go to work, you need to work to take care of your children, you need to parent your children the way you are meant to do, because without vision, you might just not want to do anything. But vision is very important for us, because vision is what helps you, is what helps us as parents to see beyond our daily struggles and to focus on the bigger picture. So do you want to see beyond your daily struggle? Do you want to focus on the bigger picture? Then vision is the key. Now, vision is what will help you, what will help us to create that future that is aligned with God's plan for us and your family. So do you want to create the future that aligns with the plans of God for yourself and for your family? Then you need to visualize. You need to have a vision for yourself first as a parent, as an individual. Then you can go ahead to have vision for your family. Now, vision is the mental picture of a future reality. So you've not seen it happening. You've not seen the reality yet, but you already have the mental picture. You've already been able to visualize what you're going to see maybe in days, in months to come. You've already seen the mental picture. Now, is this mental picture that helps to direct our lives as parents? Is this mental picture that gives us the energy we need to carry on? Is this mental picture that helps us to feel like there's going to be some form of transformation in our lives? Because when we have this mental picture, we'll be able to push through any adversity. That is why vision is very important, because vision helps us as parents with clarity. Vision makes us to be clear on our purpose, on our goals, on what we want to achieve. Vision is that thing that can help you, that even if you're facing a challenge, for example, you're raising your children and probably they're throwing tantrum, but because you have a vision, you already know who your children will turn out to be, in the future. You keep on at it. You carry on teaching, you carry on guiding, because you already have a mental picture of who your children will be. Vision is that thing that makes you to stay true in the midst of adversity. But one thing that is a limit to our vision, or one thing that prevents us in achieving our vision or hinders our vision as parents, is our limited beliefs. Our limited beliefs severely impact on our vision. Now, when we as parents, when we as adults, when we hold on to limiting beliefs, when we tell ourselves things like, I can't do this, I am not enough, I don't think I can go further to learn about parenting, when we just tell ourselves all these, we are limiting ourselves, and it can limit our vision. Because vision is that thing that you need to visualize it. There shouldn't be any form of limitation at all for you to see it happen in reality. So we must be, as parents, we must be very conscious not to allow our limiting beliefs to make us or to hinder us from visualizing. Now, the man who has no vision for his future always returns to his past. So you can see that the importance or the conversation of vision is something that is so important, because if we have no vision, if you have no vision, you will always return to your past because you don't have something to look forward to. Now, vision is not just about our individual success as parents, but it's about empowering others. So are you empowering others? Are you empowering your children? Are you empowering people in your space? Now, as a parent or as adult, our vision is not just for us alone. It's not just for your children alone. But we must remember that vision can be a legacy that you use to change and transform the world, a legacy that will impact generations even yet unborn. So without vision, we as parents can easily become stuck in the circle of survival. Without vision, you can just be stuck surviving and not thriving. Without vision, you can be stuck not growing. So it is important for us as parents to visualize. Now, a limited mindset hinders our vision. A limited mindset hinders our clarity. Now, as a parent, if you don't believe that there's a brighter future, if you don't believe that a brighter future is possible, you will just be stuck and you'll be doing your normal thing. As a parent, if you don't believe that the future is going to be greater than what is happening now, than the current realities of what is happening now, you'll just be stuck. You might not be motivated. You might not put in energy because you know that, okay, I can't see anything changing in the future. But vision is that thing that when you have it, you know that the future is going to be greater than what you see in the present. That is why as parents, we must shift from limited mindset to the growth mindset. The mindset that opens up possibilities for us to see new opportunities, the mindset that makes it possible for us to see our potentials, the mindset that makes it possible for us to see new direction for ourselves and for our children. So what is that belief that has limited you not to visualize, not to have a vision, and not to stay committed to your vision? Is something we need to be aware of. Then the second chapter we'll be studying is the sources of vision. Now, where does our vision come from? Our vision is from our circumstances. Our vision comes from some of us from our past. Some of us, it's from divine purpose. Now we're going to look at the different sources our vision comes from. Now the sources of vision are the places where our vision is birthed. So the places where our vision is birthed is the sources of vision. Now vision does not arise from just dreams or wishes, but vision arises from, it comes from our purpose. Vision comes from our passion. It comes from our alignment with God's plan. That is where our vision comes from. So the major sources of vision, number one, your divine revelation. Now, vision is birthed when God reveals his plans to our lives. So one of the sources of vision is divine revelation. The second source of vision is inspiration. Vision often comes from the inspiration we find in the stories of other people. Sometimes vision can come from the inspiration you find in the journeys of other people. Sometimes your vision can come from the inspiration you find by listening to other people, by the things happening around you. Vision can also come from our experiences. Your life experiences, both the negative and the good ones, often shape the vision of our future. So one of the ways your vision can come from could be from your experiences. Then the other source of vision is our desires and passion. Now our innate passions and desires can also be a source of vision because it motivates us to pursue what matters the most. So what is the source of your vision? What is the source of your vision? It could come from your desire. It could come from your passion. So it is important for us to know the different sources our vision can come from. Now, vision comes from divine revelation, but it's often inspired by our personal experiences and desires. So our vision is inspired by the experiences we've had as adults, as parents, as individuals. Our vision is inspired by the desires you have as a person. Now, the challenge is that we are now going to distinguish what is the right source of vision and the distraction that can derail us from our true purpose. For example, as a parent, if you're stuck in limited beliefs, you may start to form a vision based on fear. Your vision might be clouded based on fear. Your vision might be clouded based on inadequacy, or your vision might be clouded based on societal pressure where you are limited, with limited beliefs. Now, instead of forming your vision based on a unique purpose, you will now find out that your vision is clouded with these limiting beliefs that you have as a parent. So that is why it's important for us to be aware of those beliefs in our head that is limiting us, because vision is the ability for us to see the invisible and believe in the impossible. So even when your limiting beliefs are telling you, no, this is not possible, vision still tells you that I can still see, even when nothing is possible, even when nothing is invisible, even when there's nothing, the reality, my current state does not even say this thing is going to happen. You believe so much in the impossibility. Now, a limited mindset will often cause we as individuals to misinterpret or misdirect our vision sources. So when we have limited mindset, for example, you're always scared, you want to please people, so many things limiting us, it could cloud our judgment of vision. So for example, if you have a condition, if you're conditioned with that you're just small, if you're conditioned that okay, you cannot amount to nothing, if you're conditioned that if you just tell yourself like things are difficult, it's going to cloud your judgment. It's going to prevent you from even seeing beyond. It's going to prevent you from putting in the work because you've limited yourself with those beliefs. But we must learn to shift our mindset to a growth-oriented perspective. And what is this growth-oriented perspective? The growth-oriented perspective is the perspective that allows us to align our vision with our purpose rather than our fears. It helps us to align our vision with our purpose rather than our limiting beliefs. So we must intentionally, do you have a vision? What is that thing that is standing in your way from you having a vision? Is it fear? Is it self-doubt? Is it the weight of your mistakes? Now, the truth is that whenever we think of these obstacles, for example, if you feel you've made a lot of mistakes, just remember that Jesus has taken away our shame. Is it doubts? Are you scared of something? Are you scared of trying? So what if you try and you succeed? So what is that thing standing in our way? So we're going to explore what is that thing that keeps us from living fully our life with vision, so we'll begin to break free from these things. Now, our obstacles to vision could be internal and our external barriers. Those barriers that prevent us from seeing or achieving our full potential. Now, these obstacles to our vision could be our limiting beliefs. This obstacle could be our fears. This obstacle could be lack of resources. This obstacle could be discouragement. And this obstacle could even be self-doubt. For example, when you're scared of failure, for example, the fear of failure, it prevents you from visualizing, because the fear that if you attempt to fulfill your vision, you will fail. So you rather stay there not trying. lack of belief in yourself, when you don't trust your abilities, when you don't trust your calling, you don't trust your purpose, it's going to keep you there. It's going to be an obstacle to your vision. When you have negative influences, the people around you are negatively influencing you. When you tell them something, you're visualizing something, and they tell you, no, this is not possible, it's going to be an obstacle to your vision. Then the other obstacle to our vision is distractions. When we focus on the wrong things, when we focus on the daily pressures of life, instead of focusing on our long-term vision, when we focus on the immediate, instead of focusing on the future, it's going to be an obstacle to our vision. So we must always be intentional about these things that causes a stumbling block, or there is an obstacle to our vision, so we'll be able to deal with these things, because the truth is that we have the ability, we have the power to deal with all these obstacles. And that is why, we started the Renewed Parent Academy. In this academy, we teach parents how to have a growth mindset, how not to limit yourself, because there are a lot of people in our world that have having limited mindsets. We're limiting ourselves. So if you want to be a part of, you need to be a part of our community, because that is like the best community to be, to improve on your mindset. We're going to drop the link and you join us in our community. So we're going to look at the other one. So we must always tell ourselves positive things. Whenever you have those obstacles, tell yourself you're enough. Tell yourself things like your past does not define you. Begin to create those mental blocks that stop you, those things that stop you from achieving your vision. Begin to create those affirmations that counter those things. That is what a growth mindset is. A growth mindset is the mindset that helps you to see opportunities for growth. It helps you to see opportunities for learning. It helps you to see opportunities for transformation. So instead of focusing on the obstacle to vision, instead of focusing on your problems, a growth mindset helps you to focus on the solutions. A growth mindset will help you to focus on the possibilities, and the growth mindset will help you to focus on the vision for the future. So the goal is to have a growth mindset. Then the other chapter we're going to study, chapter 4, say be directed by clear vision. A vision without direction is like a ship without a rudder. A vision without direction is like a ship without a rudder. So how do you ensure that your life is guided by a clear and a purposeful vision that leads to your success? Now, for us to be directed by a clear vision, it means that every decision you take as a parent, every action you take as a parent is guided by your purpose, by your goal. You don't just take decisions anyhow. You don't just take actions anyhow, because you have a vision. You have somewhere you're looking up to. Now, vision gives us direction. Vision is that thing that shapes how you respond to challenges. So how do you respond to challenges? How do you respond to opportunities? How do you respond to decisions? How do you make decisions? Is your vision that will inform everything you do. Now, a clear vision will act as a guiding light. When you have a clear vision as a parent, you're going to have a guiding light, because it's a guide for you. It's a guide to the choices you make. It's a guide to the way you raise your children. It's a guide to everything you do around you. Now, when our vision is clear, it provides us with direction. When we have a clear vision, we have a clear direction, we have a clear meaning, and we have a clear focus, because it serves as a filter. Our vision serves as a filter through which we view all our situations in life. So what vision do you have about yourself? Because our vision also allows us to make decisions with greater clarity, because you're clear about your vision. You're clear about what you want to do. Now, for we as parents, we must always be intentional about our actions. We must be intentional about our decisions. It could be in your personal development. It could be in your career. Everything we do, we must be intentional, because our choices, the choices we make, the decisions we make, our action has a way of impacting on our vision. Now, a lack of clarity can often lead to confusion. A lot of parents are confused. A lot of people are confused because of lack of vision, lack of clarity. Lack of clarity also leads to discontentment. Lack of contentment. Lack of clarity also brings this feeling of feeling lost. A good number of parents are feeling lost. You're neither here nor there because you're not clear on your vision. You're not clear on what you want to achieve. Now, a good number of us as parents were stuck in our limiting beliefs because we fail to articulate a clear vision for our lives. The lack of clarity we have leads us to, not to put in our best, not to put in our energy. It makes us not to be proactive. That is why as parents we will be intentional to know the limiting beliefs that has been holding us, so that when we sense that these beliefs are coming our way, we can now counter those beliefs. Now we must always remember that when you operate from a limited mindset as a parent, your vision may be clouded. So are you operating from a limited mindset? If you operate from a limited mindset, it's going to cloud your vision. It's going to cloud the decisions you make. It's going to make you to be reactive and not proactive. So the goal is to shift to a growth mindset. The goal is to see the possibilities, even when the situations and the challenges around you does not even look like it. The goal is to take a bold action today and begin to visualize. The goal is to begin to live in alignment with your God-given purpose. Now, a growth mindset fuels clarity. A growth mindset is that mindset that gives you conviction. A growth mindset is the mindset that directs you. It pushes you towards your vision. So the goal is to have a growth mindset. The goal is to have a growth mindset. Now, in this book, this first chapter as we studied today, we've been able to talk about what vision is. We've been able to talk about how vision is formed. We've been able to talk about the obstacles that can stand our way, that can prevent us, parents, adults, individuals, not visualizing. Most people are not visualizing. Most people are focused on the present. Most people are focused on the short term. Most people are not looking long term. We've been able to look at these obstacles, these things that prevent we as parents not to visualize. But we must always remember that our mindset plays a critical role in whether we are able to see clearly, whether we are able to overcome our obstacles, and whether we are able to pursue our purpose and our vision. So the thing is mindset. The goal is to watch our mindset. So the message here is to have a growth mindset, because a growth mindset allows us to look beyond our limitations. The growth mindset allows us to embrace our vision, that vision that God has placed in your heart. The only thing that will make you to accept is when you have a growth mindset. When you have the mindset that even if you don't have all the skills, you don't have all the resources to get to work, but you just believe you're going to get it done. Now, through vision, we can break free from self-imposed limitations. So what are those limitations we have imposed on ourselves for too long? I'm here to tell you that those limitations are not serving us. What are those things that you've held for so long that is making you not to move? You want to take one action, you're drawing back, you're scared. Could it be fear? Could it be self-doubt? Could it be just pleasing people? What are those limitations that has been holding you back? Vision is one thing that will make you break free from those limitations. Vision is one thing that will make our children to break free from any limitation they have. So I want to encourage you, work on your vision. You have the power to visualize. You have the capacity. You have the capability to visualize. Even when you encounter obstacles, tell yourself, begin to affirm and declare and speak over those obstacles and begin to work on it. Just have the growth mindset. And that is why we have the Renewed Parent Academy. This academy teaches parents on how we can have a growth mindset, how we can have a positive mindset. So join us in our academy. I'm going to drop the link for us here. And also, to start off your journey, get a copy of my book, Becoming a Renewed Parent. Now, this book is going to set you off on your journey of mindsets. This book is going to teach you how we can have growth mindset, not to limit yourself as a parent, not to limit yourself as an individual. Get a copy of this. We can get it on Amazon. I'll drop the link for us to also get it. Get this book and start off your journey. But remember, you have the power to visualize. You have the power to grow, because it is possible. You can build the muscle of growth. So thank you for joining us for our book review. So relax, grab a cup of water, go for 1 minute water break, and we'll be right back for our webinar. Thank you and bye.